Hello from Tanzania.
The Widows Project is a local charity geared towards helping widows and their families who are struggling to meet even the most basic of needs.
We have spent the last month here in Arusha working with these widows and their families, but we need your help to get the word out. Make sure to watch this video to the end to see how you can get involved and help make a difference.
We are the Culture Trotters!
In late February, we left the States with nothing more than carry-on to become a full-time world-traveling family. 3 weeks in, COVID-19 shut down the world and changed everything. We had quite the adventure writing things out in Mexico. After 7 months, we are finally ready for the next chapter. Click that subscribe button and join us as we continue our journey around the world and head across the ocean to the continent of Africa. In the words of Helen Keller, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. In Tanzania, as well as in many other parts of Africa, widows do not have the same support and rights as they do in other parts of the world. Often these women are left with no way to support themselves or their children.
And that's where the Widows Project comes in. They offer support to help these women care for themselves and care for their children. We were fortunate and got to work firsthand with this charity, helping deliver food and visit with some of the families that they help support. We'd like to share with you our experience in working with the Widows Project.
This is Caroline. Caroline has been our host here in Tanzania, and trust us when we say we would be totally lost without her.
Caroline and her family run the Widows Project. Her sister-in-law was raised by a Maasai widow, so she understands firsthand what the struggle is like.
This is Dolores, known as Mama Christian. Of all of the widows we visited, she is the one most dear to my heart. She lost her husband to HIV, and she suffers from the illness herself. Here Caroline tells us Mama Christian's story.
She lives in town, but she lives in a terrible condition.
This is it. This is the whole house.
Health-wise, it's as you can see, like today, she would even say that today she's a little bit strong. Yeah, because sometimes she comes to church and then you say, wow, I don't know if she's gonna make it, through this week. And then you see her again, you're like, wow, that's a miracle.
Is she able to get medicine?
Yes, she gets the medicine from the government, gives her medicine. And that medication is really strong. So you also need to eat healthy, you need to eat good food. That's a challenge. She is one of the people who are just fighting to stay alive, not to have extra or luxury, just fighting to live and stay, alive.
Mama Christian was so warm and inviting in spite of everything that she is going through. She was quick to focus on the more positive aspects of her life and share with us little stories about herself. What is your favorite dish?
Napenda chakula gani zaidi?
Ugali.
Ugali, and so if you stay here longer, you have ugali with so many kinds of
There's all the ways.
Ugali with daga, the little fish.
Oh yes. Arabella loves the little fish. She eats them.
So Arabella anapenda daga, anawapenda pia. She was born in Karato.
Okay.
Yes. Manyara region near the national park. At home there are so many elephants and many animals.
We've just seen baboons.
Says in Africa people have so many children. My siblings from my mother's side, there were 11. For children it's not easy to forget the names, but for the grandchildren then it's easy.
While we were able to bring Mama Christian some of her basic needs and food, Alejandra was able to bring her tenderness and love.
Oh, you're gonna brush your hair?
That's her
grandchildren. Is someone coming to say hi? You can sit next to you, Arabella. Can you say that again, Alejandra?
The next day we headed out of town into the countryside to visit some of the Maasai widows the project helps out. On our way out, we stopped at a local shop to buy some gifts for the families. Rice, ugali, all-purpose soaps, and cooking fat. Everything we got was about $25 for 4 families. And this is retail. The Widows Project can feed a family for a month for about $45.
After we finished shopping, our little volunteers helped us load up the truck.
And we found this. We have no idea what it is. It's stony Tangawisi. Still have no idea what it is. You want to try it?
Whatever it is, it's fizzy.
We were told the stonies went great with the soup they were making. But we were in a hurry, so we didn't have time to try the obviously delicious cow's head soup. And yes, it's made with real cow's head.
Next, we stopped to pick up Adam, our interpreter. Tanzania is made up of many different tribes of people, with over 120 different languages. So sometimes it's a lot like playing Chinese telephone.
If there are 120 Chinese dialects. So Adam's going to come with us, and he speaks Maasai and Kiswahili. So he'll be translating from Maasai into Swahili, and then Caroline can translate from Swahili into English for us. So it'll be quite a process. This is Adam's wife. Her name's Happiness. She really has nothing to do with this story, but she's really awesome and really happy, so we wanted you to meet her. And so we're waiting now for the motorbike. We're just going to take some of us, and the car will take the other some of us, and we'll head out.
I want to take the motorbike.
Yeah, I bet you do.
We'll see about that.
And now it is time to head up where there are no roads to visit the Maasai Widows.
Makes something that's the cycles.
Without a husband, these women are left to fend for themselves. These women are able to find jobs breaking up rocks at the quarry. It's a very hard job sitting out in the sun all day, in which they only make $1.50 a day.
The Widows Project has not only been able to help them with food, but put a roof on their house, which is really important because Tanzania has a pretty intense rainy season. As a matter of fact, some of these widows will have a hard time getting into town once rainy season starts.
Before leaving, Adam gave us an extra special treat and taught us some of the uses for cow dung.
But they also use it as firewood for cooking.
The plan was to have the motorcycle guy hang out and wait for us between stops, but it got a little awkward with him sleeping. Off to the next family. Adam says it'll be easier to walk. The Maasai tend to walk everywhere, and we have no idea how they get where they're going. They have some instinctual understanding of where they are and where they need to be. Road signs, not needed. Heck, roads, not needed.
The next family is even larger and even further out. These women make a living by growing crops and walking many, many miles to town to sell their produce in a local market. This is hardly enough for them to support their family.
Keep in mind, they're walking to town to sell their produce. So they can only sell as much as they can physically carry.
They will store their grain and eat only what they need and try to sell the rest to make some sort of an income.
And these are our guests. They have come from America, and they say they are very happy to see you and to see the Widows group. And we are also very happy. We say thank you because you have welcomed us into your homes. Karibuni sana. You're warmly welcome. Thank you so much. They get water from the army. There are the army pipes, pass through this area, so they can get water once a week.
Wait, what?
So they go to a particular place and fetch the water, maybe Tuesday, only on Tuesday. They fetch the water and then they bring it to use for the entire week.
That's crazy. That means if they run out of water or something happens to their water, they're just out of water for the rest of the week. The last family is even further off-road. Without the motorcycle to help, we're going to go Tanzanian style. Please note that I and Adam are both over 6'4", but this still does not compare to the dollar ride we had.
In Maasai culture, men marry more than one wife. Even with many Maasai adopting more Western ideas and values, this belief is still practiced. We once drove past a boma where it was reported a man had 90 wives and over 300 children.
He had his own school, just for his kids.
Even the Maasai seemed to think this was a little over the top. While this family is not nearly that big, it is the biggest family we have visited. There were more children than we could count. Alejandro and Robert were happy to run around and play with the kids. I seriously don't think I've seen Robert run like that in at least 5 years. lover, on the other hand, was happy to cuddle up and snuggle with one of the baby goats.
Hey, baby goat.
The goal of the Widow Project is not only to meet these families' immediate needs of food and shelter, but to provide a pathway out of poverty. Caroline's working to open a school that will help educate these children and give them the skills that they need to learn and move forward in the future. After chit-chatting with the wives a little while and checking out their really cool handmade earrings, we presented them with the gifts we brought. And they thanked us by giving us a traditional Maasai drink made of soured milk and their local maize.
Corn and milk, and the milk is kind of sour like yogurt, so it's like having kefir or yogurt with big chunks of corn in it.
While the drink was somewhat interesting in taste and texture, it was easier to stomach than the cow's blood we were given while staying with Maasai. But that story's for next time. And this is how you can make all the difference.
Before you do anything else, please like and share this video, or the shorter one linked above. We need to get the word out, because the more people that know, the more people can help.
And then if you are able, visit the Widows Project's GoFundMe page and make a donation. The link is in the description below.
But if you really want to make a big impact, we invite you to get on board with our fundraising efforts.
Reach out to your churches, schools, community groups, and sports teams, and start your own fundraisers, auctions, bike-a-thons, you name it.
Feel free to contact us for even more ideas.
Let's make this go viral and make sure that the Widows Project has the funds to help every widow in need. Together, we can make a big difference.